before I start this video, I want to let this be known that I filmed this video before the video that I'm about to show you, or it's going to be shown later in this video, is that I filmed it before it came to my knowledge that it turns out that this has been debunked. Edge, which I was about to upload the video, has debunked the rumor where he got declined from Diddy, where he actually didn't. He literally just made a video that uploaded to his Twitter that he has not talked to WWE yet about his rumors that how he loved WWE, and he still is thinking whether to retire, whether to stay in WWE or retire or whatever, or if he's going anywhere. He didn't mention AEW. So screw the dirt sheets. They don't know shit. Wade Keller is a fucking dumbass. I should have mentioned this. Again, Wade Keller does not know fucking nothing. And all these dirt sheets don't know anything. We should stop basically listening to them until what comes to light. So there you go. So excuse my hatred for WWE. This is where I gotta take back what I said. But enjoy the video for me being pissed off regardless, okay? So, but yeah, I'll show you the video of proof that how Edge basically debunked this. But it's still a good it's still an important video where I did talk about should Edge leave WWE for AEW, or should he just whatever. Now thinking about it, like, should Edge just retire? I mean, if he wants to retire, it's okay. Not maybe the most ideal retire, but again, he liked what he did, so there you go. As you see, like, it's been reported by multiple dirt sheets, and especially we've been talking on Facebook. This was from W Torch, and obviously all the AEW fans were like happy, like, we won and blah blah blah. But again, this was rumors by PW Torch, Wade Keller. Again, he's a fucking stupid gay piece of shit. Fuck him. Oh, you're homophobe. I don't give a fuck. Fuck him. He's a gay piece of shit, and it shows that he's a piece of shit because look what Edge said. Alright, guys, enjoy this video. It's funny how, like, AEW fans, well, not that, like, again, Edge's company guy, so I knew, like, differently, and people thought, like, oh, you made some crazy contract that WWE denied. Edge has always seemed like a company guy, so there you go, so.
Morning, everybody. That's how I look in the morning. It's not pretty, but I need my coffee for this. So I woke up to a bunch of voicemails, texts, and everything from actual, like, friends and family, wondering what's going on and concerned and blah, blah, blah. So I just figured I better address it. There's nothing going on. There's no hard feelings between me and WWE. I love WWE. It's my dream gig. It's all I ever wanted to do. And I didn't come at them with some crazy contract or anything. They didn't deny me. I have a contract extension sitting in my inbox. I just don't know what to do. The first time I had to retire, it was forced, and this time, the choice in my lap, and it's a lot harder. WWE gave me that night, Friday night in Toronto, and it was the best night of my career. A lot of people will say you should retire at WrestleMania or this or that, but it's not their career. That Friday night was really special for me, and I don't know if that can be topped, to be perfectly honest. And if we think we can, then great. But I need to sit with it and just know that whatever it is that I do, whether it's Percy Jackson, which is coming up soon, or it's wrestling, or it's sitting in my rocking chair, it's because I'm having fun. And having fun at this stage of my life and raising my kids are the two most important things. So, hope that clears stuff up. I'm going to go back to my coffee. See you.
Man, what a guy Edge is. So, yeah. So, I do hope you guys enjoy still the rant video I made. Even though it's good, let's say, for comedy purposes or entertainment purposes. But yeah, in a way, it's cool to see that this is, like, it's all debunked. Because, again, like, come on. It's not like, whatever, like, WWE does, it doesn't look like WWE will ever let this guy go, whatever fucking he comes with. But again, Edge is a company guy. He's a fucking one of the most respectful guys out there. There's no way that he's going to come up with some crazy contract to just stay for WWE, to not stay in WWE. But again, he did say that he enjoyed what he did at his recent match with Sheamus, and you can't top that as a way to maybe retire. And if that's his way of retiring, Again, we didn't know that Undertaker's retiring the way he did, and he thought that was a perfect send-off. If Edge thinks this is a perfect send-off, so be it. I think, you know, it's all right, but again, I want to see Edge more, and I think him being WWE would be good, and still, like, you know, just do more. But hey, if he wants to, like, retire, it's, so be it, let it be. But obviously, it doesn't help that, you know, when you got fucking people making a fake dirt sheet bullshit. So, there you go. That's what Edge said. He said it well. So let's fucking go back to, you know, not the world not ending or whatever, where people acting like, you know, Edge is going to AEW, he's going to say. But again, even if Edge goes to AEW, it's not going to really do anything, because again, like, AEW has a lot of people there that are legends, and it hasn't saved anything. But again, whatever, like, at least, like, Edge, like, he hasn't made a decision yet, so don't act like he's AEW bound. Okay, he's not AEW bound. So yeah, there you go. So that's the video. Enjoy the video though, where I fucking ranted like about, you know, just Edge like WWE declining his requests when that is not true anymore. It's just like, but it does seem like that's what WWE would do sometimes. But whatever. And enjoy also basically just me talking about whether Edge should go to AEW or not, or whether he should be in WWE. So that's basically like also like kind of why I'm gonna keep the video the way it is, because there's also other things I talked about. So it's like multiple topic video. Hope y'all enjoy. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye. Yeah, hi. Alrighty, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck WWE. Okay, let's be for real here. Fuck them. Or just fuck modern wrestling in general. This is not me either supporting WWE or supporting AEW, whatever, because I hate modern wrestling. I hate both WWE and AEW equally, because they're basically both the same shit. Okay? It just, one is a more glorified gear indie promotion, but it's the alternative. The other one is, again, it's been around longer, and it's more established, you know, obviously, but it sucks more nowadays. But actually, at least it has, like, some promises, at least some good things about this shit. But, like, you know, just the problem. That show, it's like, my God. It still has a lot of shitty wrestlers. Let's be for real here. A lot of modern wrestlers just shit, okay? Anyways, let's talk about this. So, Edge was talking to WWE. So, basically, obviously, his future is still questionable, right? There's talks of how he's going to retire, but then apparently he still want to wrestle. But there's, again, rumors of him going to AEW. Well, WWE did try to offer him a new contract. But Edge he had more requests to stay with WWE. Basically, you know, he had his requests, right? Request certain things. So he requests certain things, like he requests basically to meet his demands, right? But fucking stupid WWE has decided to not meet with his request. And I'm just thinking to myself, why? Like, why? What's the problem not meeting with his fucking request, huh? So if that, fuck WWE, because for God's sakes, like what? Like, you guys not value this fucking guy? It's like they don't give a fuck. Like, you understand, like, this is one of the guys that you could basically, you know, he's one of your most valuable wrestlers. Like, you don't value him that much. He's one of your best that you ever had. I'm not saying he's like a draw like a Lesnar, because apparently you give Lesnar what the fuck he wants. Which, again, I love Brock Lesnar. You'll give him what the fuck he wants. You're probably going to give, again, what, just because, is it because Edge was never, like, the biggest face of the company? Like, he was always the heel? Like, who cares? People still love Edge. Edge proved him to be, like, one of the best of all fucking time. And then you're going to fucking legit pass him off like he's nothing? So, basically, they did not meet with his demands and his requests for the new contract that he's negotiating with WWE. Like, if he wants to stay, WWE's not meeting with his fucking demands. Which is why now he's probably now AEW bound. And if that's the case, fuck WWE for that. They're fucking dumb motherfuckers to let go Edge like that. and it's WWE's fault. And we can't really blame Edge. We can't blame anybody but WWE if Edge goes to AEW now. That fucking sucks, because in my opinion, and this is not me like, oh, you know, AEW's winning out. The thing is, you have to understand, people. Edge definitely makes WWE better, okay? In my opinion, he makes WWE better, and he fits more of the WWE style. Again, he's a legend in WWE. WWE made this guy a legend, okay? And he basically made a lot of money for that company, like it or not. He's one of the most well-known people for WWE. And sadly, WWE doesn't really value him that much. When you think of, like, let's say an anniversary show like a Raw or SmackDown, it seems like, oh, they probably seemingly more showcase him more as a SmackDown guy. But, like, whenever they do, like, a Raw anniversary, they don't showcase him. Like, they didn't showcase anything much about him on the 30th anniversary of Raw recently. Like, I understand you were trying to, you know, they were returning him for the Rumble and whatever. But the reality is, even when he was retired, remember when Raw did their 20th anniversary? Even their 25th anniversary? And, like, the Raw 1000, and we didn't see Edge in either of those shows when they were, like, to bring back the legends, you know? They didn't showcase them, like, unfortunately. Like, what the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I don't know what to fucking tell you. They didn't showcase, like, Edge being on those shows. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you showcasing Edge as this big star as he really is? I'm not saying he's like a big draw like fucking Brock Lesnar. Of course not. Or fucking, you know, but you have to like or not, he does at least draw a bit of ratings. And Edge is one of your most beloved stars in wrestling, no matter who you are. People know Edge. They do. They do know Edge. Edge is one of the best of all time. And the fact that you're going to let him probably go like that, like, what's so hard of meeting his demands? What's so hard? A little creative control is a problem? A little bit more money is a problem? God forbid you have a guy who has an old school mentality. Like it or not, Edge has more of an old school mentality, and Edge actually knows the fucking business. He was around when wrestling was good, and you're not going to meet with his fucking demands? If anything, this is your fucking loss, and it does help AEW, which, you know what? This probably is a positive with AEW. Again, I would rather Edge stay with WWE because he makes WWE better. He fits more of their style, and there's more, honestly, it's better for him as a wrestler to wrestle the people in WWE than in AEW. Because let's be honest, you want to know why? Because again, if having to go to AEW, like or not, AEW is more of a glorified indie fed, okay? Just because it has money doesn't mean it's like fucking like legit. Come on, imagine Edge facing a lot of these indie guys. It's not really as exciting as him perhaps facing like guys like John. They're not bigger names, okay? They're not like big names to fucking him face. Like, again, facing guys like John Cena is more better. Him to even face people who hasn't even really faced in WWE yet. Heck, guys like Gunter, right? Him like fucking... even against Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, you know, all these matches. Again, I don't mind seeing another Edge John Cena match. I wouldn't mind seeing another fucking, you know, any other matches that he has had before. Again, and also there's more story for him that why not have him win the world title? Like, is there a problem to not have him become a world champion? Isn't that kind of like what makes sense for to finish the story? If anything, I'm more intrigued of him finishing the story than more than fucking stupid gay ass Cody Rhodes. Fuck Cody Rhodes. Let's be for real here. I would rather Edge stay in WWE because he fits more of that style. He makes that show more entertaining. And not just that, Edge is just fucking better, more suited for WWE. Okay? And if anything, like, again, he's like that old school guy. He has that more, like, you know, like, it's better for him to be there. It's kind of also that loyalty thing. It's going to be cool, you know, to him staying there. And plus, I don't want to see him lose to jobbers, okay? That's also the thing. If he was to go AEW, you really want to see Edge lose to jobbers? Why would I want to see Edge lose to guys like Darby Allin or Kenny Omega? I'm not saying Kenny Omega's a jobber, but like, you know, he's like this fake top star in AEW because, you know, he's part of that company, right? And he's like one of the big showcase guys because, you know, he's the glorified indie star. But I don't want to see Edge lose to guys like him. I don't see Edge lose to Hangman Page or Jon Moxley or Punk or Bryan or all these guys. If Edge is more better than them, he's too good for them. That's the thing. Edge is too good for these wrestlers. By logic, Edge should beat all of them. There's no real guy that Edge should really lose to. Like, honestly. Unless maybe Punk. I don't know, even though I like Edge better than Punk, and I wouldn't really want to see him, but like, you know, it's kind of that backstory. Like, Punk cashed in on Edge before, he beat on Edge before. That's like the only realistic reason. Like, if you really think about it, nobody's really fitting to beat Edge. Maybe Christian. That's the only thing that's really logical for people to see Edge go to WWE is because of Christian. Like, just because of that, how is that even intriguing to see Edge go to AEW? You know, just him to work with all these indie wrestlers. Like, what are the sort of stories they can tell? What are the stories that they can establish? Other than, I'm a better wrestler than you, or let's have a good match for these fans. It's gonna be gay indie shit. Edge needs to have a story. And that was the beauty when Edge came back. He feuded with Orton, okay? His feud with Orton made sense. It was cool. You know, him even fucking, you know, wanting to chase that world title with Roman. It made sense, him facing Roman, and it was cool. Along with even Bryan getting involved. And that was actually one of the best matches I've seen in WrestleMania recently with Edge, Bryan, and Reigns. Him and Rollins was good. It made sense. You know, other matches even, like, again, like, if anything, it's just the style, and also just how WWE does, like, even though WWE sucks, the beauty of Edge, his style, like, how he does, again, people will give a fuck about Edge because of his star power, and he just makes it work with anybody he works with, and it makes it better. And especially with WWE, like, they have, like, that better, like, style of showcasing stories. They care about making storylines. Even though they suck, mostly they make stories, but it's better because, like, with Edge is involved, people will care. Okay, and they care about, so again with AEW, they just care about, they're just a bunch of match marks. Okay, not that I'm saying that WWE's not like match marky nowadays, because that's how WWE's nowadays, because they want to cater to these smarky fans, these smarks that want to see wrestling instead of fucking characters and storylines. Like, how the fuck you care about the match without the stories? Obviously, I like matches when they're good. I want good matches, but how am I going to care about the match without the stories and characters? I'm not going to sadly see that with it. But again, who knows? If for some reason Edge does go to AEW, maybe he could help with that, like showcasing how storylines need to matter. But I'm sorry, a lot of times when AEW, when they do storylines, they don't make sense. But again, here's the problem with Edge going to AEW. The problem with Edge going to AEW. If Edge goes to AEW, he legit goes to AEW. Like, you have to understand, it's gonna be no different than Sting going to AEW, Christian going to AEW. Even though people are praising Christian being there, but like, he's not really doing much. Like, they were showcasing him as this big top star that he was gonna be the world champion. They didn't value him much to win the actual world championship. They haven't made him win a knockoff world title from a dead fucking promotion called TNA Impact Wrestling. Okay, they didn't believe in him. They have Jericho, they have Punk, they have fucking the Hardys, you know, they have a lot of these wrestlers from, and guess what? They, unfortunately, even though they went there, they still were not enough to bring up the ratings. That's the problem. Even if Edge goes to AEW, unfortunately, it's going to be the same statistic where the ratings are not going to grow. You can even have anybody, because you want to know why they won't grow? You can have anybody. You can have Jesus fucking Christ go to AEW. You want to know why the fucking company won't grow and why it won't increase the viewership and the ratings? Is because, again, they're catering to smarks. They're doing all this stupid gay indie shit that no one cares. Besides smarks, they don't know how to tell stories. They don't know how to fucking produce a good goddamn storyline. Sure, you could say the Adam Cole MJF thing it's fine, okay, whatever. They don't know how to really do much. They don't have larger-than-life characters. They don't have... A lot of these wrestlers don't have characters. And people are saying they want to see Edge versus Ricky Starks. That's the thing. You really want to see Edge lose to these people when Edge should literally be, like, undefeated to these wrestlers? And the only guys that should really beat him realistically is maybe Punk, maybe Jeff Hardy, maybe even Christian only. Like, that's all. Okay? That's all. Like, fuck that. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Edge and Sting and Edge and Chris Jericho. You know, again, the only thing that I think people want to see, and let's be honest, this is the only reason why people want to see this, is Edge facing fucking old WWE guys. That's it. And that's the only reason why I would probably care. Because I don't give a fuck about these new fucking wrestlers, because they're boring as fuck. They're not good. That's the only reason why I would fucking only look forward to Edge and being AEW. That's all. That's really it. At least when you have Edge in WWE, even though, like, I do hope WWE, like, fucking doesn't be that fucking dumb and they give Edge what the fuck he wants. Because, again, he is basically, like, the modern Undertaker in a sense. Even though now he's, like, there's more possibility that he could. You never know. They, like, fucking Big Show was a WWE loyal, and now he's in AEW. Okay? And I would rather see Edge and Big Show versus some stupid indie shit, you know what I mean? Think about it, there are some positives if he was to go to AEW, but if anything, like, it would just be sad. Like, why would WWE let go of this fucking legend they have? One of your top stars that people actually like, and you, God forbid, that one guy. If anything, Edge, when he came back to WWE, kind of brought back a little bit of love that I was losing from wrestling. Definitely, he would kind of bring a little bit of to make me care about AEW a bit more. But again, why I don't like AEW is because, again, it's more a glorified indie promotion. They don't really know how to make a good wrestling show. Tony Khan is not this great booker. He's really not. Okay? And it's really glorified indie fan where they only care about matches instead of fucking doing some, like, trying to make people care. Okay? They don't know how to fucking bring up the view. And for me, so why do you care about the viewership and ratings? Because they indicate how cool your wrestling show is and how successful your show is. If you have low ratings and people are not watching, like, that's not cool. Because that just shows your wrestling show is not mainstream. I want wrestling to be mainstream. At least when, like or not, WWE established itself to be a brand where it is somewhat mainstream, and Edge will always be remembered for being on WWE, and always, like, people don't really know AEW. That's the sad part. Because, again, like, there's no real interest for AEW, because AEW is perceived to be a fucking still a glorified new, and again, don't act like it's still a new promotion. AEW's been around for fucking 5 years, people. Shut up. It's been around for 5 years and still can't even get a million viewers. That's not good. And you wanna know why? Also, why they can't get a million viewers? It's not just because they don't know how to make a wrestling show. They're getting all these no-name jobbers who are nothing. So why should we care? What's the worth to fucking care about these wrestlers? Even though you have Jericho and whatever, it doesn't help that you have Jericho lose to jobbers. Like, come on here. Jericho lose to jobbers, and those guys are not even relevant. Like, fuck. That's why, like, if anything, it's better for Edge being WWE, because at least, like, there's more. They'll book him better. It'll be more suited for him. He'll be still treated as a legend he is. He'll be winning and all that kind of stuff. He'll still have that legendary status, and you know, it'll just be better. It's just better suited for him. It fits more of his style. If anything, he's gonna be more valued in WWE. At least he'll be there. But even though, like, they should be his quest, I don't know why they're not. And yeah, and plus, at least hopefully he has more chance of becoming a world champion there. Like, oh, Sting is being booked better than AEW at any time. Like, yeah, that was like a recent thing. Sting is like the best he has ever been booked. Yeah, he hasn't won a world title. He hasn't had a singles match. He's fucking, again, carrying a fucking jobber called Darby Allin. Oh, Darby's not a jobber. Yes, he is. No one cares about Darby Allin, okay? Fuck Darby Allin. People only care about Sting. But yeah, that's my thoughts and, like, whatever. Like, should Edge go to AEW? I don't think so. But, you know, it's not the end of the world if he does. But again, he's not going to have the name. He's not going to have the music. I don't even think... I mean, they might get the music, because Tony Khan will fucking waste his fucking money for the loyalties for anything. Is he going to even be known as Edge? Of course he's not going to be known as Edge, which would be okay. That's the only thing. He the thing about Edge, he needs the music. He needs the fucking... He needs the name. He needs the same characteristics. He needs everything. It won't work without it in AEW. So why even have him go? Why even bother going? Okay? And again, for people say, oh, because this is his friend. This is his friend. Christian's there. Well, guess what? Christian went to TNA. He didn't go to TNA. Okay, Edge didn't go to TNA when Christian went, so like, why, you know? I mean, doesn't he have friends in WWE? He probably has more friends. Sure, his childhood friend, you know? He has more friends in WWE anyways, you know what I mean? I mean, sure, Christian, but like, you know, whatever. It would be nice. Obviously, I fuck WWE for letting Christian go. It would be nice if Christian was to stay in WWE. I don't know. Again, I do. This is one of the things that I really hate about WWE. Obviously, I mean, I hate WWE. Don't fucking say I'm like a WWE fanboy, because I fucking, again, I hate on the product every fucking week. How do I like it? If it was good, I'll praise it, but it's not good. Fuck both fuck WWE and AEW. I'm a fucking anti WWE and AEW fucking person, because fucking both shows suck. I'm not any supporter. You got some people that I'm a WWE, it's like they support WWE, hate AEW, they love AEW, hate WWE. I'm in the fucking, and there's even so like I just enjoy both. I'm in the fucking position where I hate both because they deserve to be hated, because they need to be criticized, because they suck. They're not that good, people. They're not. Modern wrestling is trash. But yeah, there's my thoughts about how WWE declined Edge's offer of to keep him, and then they're gonna fucking basically, I don't know. Hopefully WWE, you know, I do hope he stays in WWE, because it'd just be better for him. It's just more better for him to be in WWE. He'll be treated better than anything. At least it'd just be better. I just think. Would it be the end of the world? Not necessarily, but it's like, you don't need to, you're too good to go to AEW, Edge. You're just too good. You're better off being retired. You're better off making movies, honestly. You're a good actor. Come on. You might as well just do movies. Maybe it's time to just actually retire from wrestling then. Even though it would be sad to, like, you know, it doesn't feel much of like a retirement with Sheamus, and even though that was good, heck, fuck it, go out, you know, if you do what the fuck, you know, anything. You know, honestly, Edge has done it all. He doesn't really need to wrestle, even though I would love to see him as world champ one more time. Maybe have one more match with Cena at WrestleMania. Stuff like that. That's what I would like to see. And then Edge could do movies. Have a good life. Be healthy. Honestly, again, Edge doesn't really need to wrestle. He is going to 50. I thought he made all the money in the world. He could be a family man. You know, but I understand why he wouldn't want to go to AEW, because his best friend, which is cool. But just at the end of the day, like, you're too good for AEW. Like, you should not be losing to jobbers. Obviously, it sucked that Edge lost to guys like Austin Theory and a lot of the stupid wrestlers in WWE. He should be fucking, like, in God mode, right? But, you know, hey, at least Edge was able to bounce back and make people care about him. People care about Edge, so, you know. No matter what, Edge is fucking entertaining. They both could benefit from him, but I do feel like what is better for Edge is if he wants to wrestle still, it's better to be in WWE. Definitely WWE should fucking give him what the fuck he wants, because what the fuck? Like, what? Edge is too good, not that enough to earn that shit? Like, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Edge worth any penny, anything. He's fucking that good. He's better than all these fucking jobbers in WWE and AEW. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know what to fucking say. I'm just keeping it real. That's my thoughts on Edge. Like, Edge's request not be his request for WWE on a new contract not being met. That WWE basically declined his request for a new contract. Should WWE? I'm gonna probably upload as both videos, just so you know, different, like two types of videos, and whether Edge should stay in WWE or lead to AEW, and why he basically shouldn't, in my opinion. I just think there's not really worth. But hey, it is what it is. Edge still rules regardless. You know, Edge is cool. What can I say? Edge rules. I'm an Edge head. What can I say? All right. Till next time, everybody. Just want to say till next time. Peace. Yeah. Bye. All right. And fuck WWE for not being this fucking group for the man. This fucking retarded. Again, I take back that fuck WWE part, because even though WWE is guilty for being trash, both WWE and AEW is guilty of being trash. Modern wrestling is trash, but I take back what I said about WWE, because again, that is a false rumor, and fuck the dirt sheets for that, and just fuck all them garbage, man, and fuck Wade Keller, fucking gay fuck.